Hey guys, SMP here showing you how to kill with the unexpected. For episode 3, we're going to do both Ladian and Elekid. Now, Ladian was one of the most requested Pokemon in the last episode, so I decided to do it, and I thought Elekid would be pretty fun. So, looking at the support that you need, Stealthrocks and Spikes are key. I myself brought them, and I also brought a spinner to give away the rocks, as Ladian does not like rocks at all. Now, the main point of Stealthrocks and Spike is with my defense I want to force a lot of switches so then the weaker Pokemon like Elekid and Ladian can now deal with it because there's not as much HP to deal with. And so that's the plan of action I'm going with here. The Stealthrock and Spike damage really did help me out in the match. So looking at the set for Elekid, you are going to run a Choice Scarf and you're going to have Modix with max speed, max special attack, and just plug the rest into special defense. Now for the moves, you're going to want to have Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, T-Bolt, and Psychic. And you could switch Thunderbolt for Thunder if you want that extra power, but you know, it could be kind of risky because I wouldn't want to mess with it. But the main part about this is just, you know, going for the Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice. Psychic is there for coverage and for a couple key kills, and just the fact that it's a special move, he doesn't have that big of a move pool, and it works. So, looking at the Ladian set now, we are going to run an Iron Fist Ladian with a Choice Band, as Drain Punch and Mach Punch are both boosted by Iron Fist. And then you're going to have U-Turn for stab, and you're going to have Double Edge for coverage. Now, Drain Punch will help you out with that Stealth Rock damage if you cannot spin them away. And Mach Punch is going to be a very good way to take out fast Pokemon, which means that we can run Adamant Nature with max speed, max special attack, and that we are going to just plug the rest into his highest defense, which is a special defense. And yeah, so now let's go ahead and look at the battle and see how this plays out. Alright, so here I have a battle against DooWop, who I found off of a Zat the other day, and he leads out with Ferrothorn. I'm alright with that. I use Hippowdon, which gets no love in this generation. I mean, come on guys, start using Hippowdon. And I just set up my rocks first turn. He actually goes for the Power Whip, seeing an opportunity to get super effective damage. Unfortunately, I am max defense, so I'm going to take that very nicely with above half health. So looking like a 3 to 4 hit KO. Depending on min-max and lefties and that kind of stuff, and also, you know, slack off. But he goes Leech Seed, knowing I have a lot of HP, and he would want a seed on that. But I'm just going to start setting up spikes, and he goes for his rocks. That's fine, because on the switch, I can set up a second layer, and having 2 layers is really nice. Hopefully, I can get 3 later on, but I am going to have to switch out because I am fearing the Fire Blast or Flamethrower from his Chandelure. But luckily, I have a Tentacruel. And using that Tentacruel, I'll be able to wall this guy pretty well. Shadow Ball is not going to do that much, and my attacks are going to scare him out. So I'm going to switch in, take the Fire Blast very nicely with enough HP where I know I could live a Shadow Ball. And so now I'm going to go ahead and go for the Rapid Spin, thinking he is going to switch out to something, mainly because, hey, he can't take me out, and I could probably take him out with a Scald. He's fearing that, so I go for the Rapid Spin, and I hit the Blissey with a Rapid Spin. And that's about all I can do to it, though. Don't want to Toxic it, and I kind of want to switch out, and I figured if he has Toxic over T-Wave, he's not going to be able to do anything. The only thing he can really do is either set up a Wish or go for the S-Toss, and so I'm fine going into my Tauros to take that, and just going for that good Rock Climb, as that will do great damage to that Blissey. And if he switches into something, hopefully it does some nice damage to that as well. And he does switch out here, and I just went for the safe play, and as he goes into a Ferrothorn, and I am okay with that because it does do a nice little chunk, and that's enough to guarantee a KO with my next move because, hey, on my Tauros, I carry Fire Blast for a reason. He did not see this coming, but with that Sheer Force and Life Orb boost, Fire Blast is going to take out the Ferrothorn. Get out of here, man. Cooking that Notori on the barbecue. Now, it's perfect, though. I take out the Ferrothorn, and he sends in this Terrakion. I really don't have much I want to send in on this thing, because he could take me out with an Earthquake or a Close Combat, and so Tentacruel is not really a good switch in. I just let myself fodder out. I already took out his Ferrothorn, and that is perfect. So I go to Ice Siege you, because I think I can live a Close Combat. Hopefully he's not banded. Hopefully he's scarfed, and he is scarfed, which means I can live. And that's awesome, because I can paralyze this guy, and that is going to be key, as now he is slower than most of my team, and I'm not sure how I could deal with him otherwise. He was pretty dang fast, and he's also going to get a third defense drop and special defense drop, but that means I can send in Ladian. Unfortunately, I did not get up my 3rd layer of spikes because he was still faster than me after the paralyze, which is kind of depressing. But now thinking he's gonna switch because, you know, he's -3 defense and I'm faster now. I mean, why would he stay in? I go for the U-turn, and that is gonna let me go right into Elekid. So I switch out, I go to Elekid, and this Gyarados, he's going to have a problem against this Elekid, right? So I'm going to go over the Volt Switch as he actually switches out to his Blissey. And the problem here is he has not had a chance to recover, and those spikes and Stealthrocks are racking up damage. Yes, I go for the Volt Switch, and hey, I mean, look at that. He's at a range where I think a Drain Punch can take him out with Squish, the Ladian. And so I'm just going to go for it. His only chance to really use Blissey is if, you know, he thinks I'm going to U-turn or do something that he can live and then roost up. But I've got that Iron Fist Banded Drain Punch. That is how you kill with a Ladian. Yes. Yes. And so the Blissey goes down. That is awesome. So he's lost his Ferrothorn and his Blissey. And Chandelure is a problem. And looking at the Stealthrock damage, though, it's actually his Zoroark. Shh. Don't let him know. And I'm gonna switch to Metroid anyways because, you know, they carry Flamethrower, and he does go for it. That's fine. And here I'm thinking, you know what? One, it looks like he's choiced, and 2, he really doesn't have a reason to stay in. He doesn't want to get that Scald, which will, you know, rack up damage even more. So I switch out, and I go to my plug because I'm pretty sure he was going to switch out there, and I was right, which is awesome, because now he can't switch out because of Stealth Rock damage. I can go for the Volt Switch, take him out, and that is how you kill with an Elekid. Yes! And, okay, so I go back to Squish here because, hey, I'm thinking, you know, I can do whatever. It's a free switch into Squish, so that's fine by me. Looking at the Stealth Rock damage, that's a Zoroark. Hit him with a Mach Punch! He did not see that coming. Maybe you should look at the movesets for Lady and Unsmoken. Oh, wait, there are none. Now, his Zoroark goes down, and that's perfect. It was disguised as a Chandelure, but whatever. He sends his real one, and now you can see the Stealth Rock and Spikes damage racking up. I'm going to switch out and fodder my Hippowdon because, you know, I don't really need him anymore because after this, I can bring in a Elekid and just clean up. All he has left is his Chandelure, and he has a Terrakion, which is paralyzed. So I will be faster, and I do carry the Psychic, which can hit both of them, right? So that's going to end up being 2 kills with Ladian and 3 with Elekid. What a great match. Now, it was awesome. It was awesome. And the Spikes and Stealth Rock definitely help. So once again, I really recommend you use it on if you're going to use one of these guys. And there's, you know, Psychic takes out the Chandelure, and hey, now all he has left is a paralyzed Terrakion, which even, you know, he's at a good HP now, but look how much damage that does to him. Now it's definitely going to take him out, even with that special defense boost from the Sandstorm. So, great game, DooWop. Once again, that is how you kill with an Elekid and a Ladian. As you can see, I did bring a pretty nice defensive core of Hippowdon, Ferroseed, and Tentacruel to mainly sponge hits and force switches. I was able to set up the rocks and the spikes, and then I brought, you know, I brought the 2 Pokemon I was gonna bring, and then I figured, hey, I need a physical attacker because all I have is Lady and Hippowdon. I would like a physical attacker, so I brought Tauros, and then I also brought a fire move on him because I wanted a way to deal with Ferrothorn in case he brought one, which he did, and it worked out pretty well. So my name's the SuperMarioPoke, and if you enjoyed, hey, my channel link will be in the description. But anyways, guys, keep battling. I'll see you next week. Peace.